luster, glitter, and high refractive index of light. Those are the major qualities of the world-famous lead crystal products manufactured in the Crystal Bohemia Glassworks in Poděbrady. Crystal Bohemia Company has been promoting a tradition established back in 1876. A modern glassworks, well ahead of its time technologically, was then built in the town. In fact, the glassworks used as its fuel generated gas extracted from brown coal, which was transported by a railway built only 6 years earlier. This greatly distinguished the glassworks from its competitive factories, usually built amidst forests. Today's Crystal Bohemia Company proves to be similarly innovative. The most fascinating feature in the production of lead crystal is the transformation of several rough raw materials into an exceptionally beautiful and glittering crystal jewel. One of the key raw materials is glass sand, extracted in Europe's most important deposit of glass and foundry sands in the Bohemian Paradise region. The deposit contains Cretaceous sediments from the Mesozoic era. Other raw materials are lead oxide, potash, and other admixtures. Mixing all the raw materials with sand in a precise ratio makes the so-called glass batch. Glass charge, formed by adding glass cullet originating during production, then goes into the red-hot heart of each glassworks, the melting unit, popularly known as the furnace. During continual melting, the charge is transformed at the temperature of 1440 degrees Celsius into a substance with a viscosity resembling honey. From then on, the molten glass sets out on a long journey to acquire its proper shape. There are two ways of processing. One leads through the hands of glass blowers, scooping the melt and preparing it in several stages for shaping, finally blowing it into a wet wooden mold. The second option is modern machine production. Here, precise feeders fill cast iron or steel molds with glass melt. The glass forming temperature ranges from 1000 to 1200 degrees Celsius. Shaping lead crystal is a highly complex and challenging process. In its course, the semi-product is thoroughly checked for the first time before being put into the annealing layer. Product quality figures among the key priorities of Crystal Bohemia Company. In the annealing layer, the product has 2 to 3 hours to cool. It must be cooled gradually, the process cannot be accelerated. It eliminates tension in the product, which could otherwise result in breakage due to thermal shock. There is another quality check awaiting the product at the end. All the metal molds used during production must be checked, cleaned, and eventually repaired before use. Polished molds then manufacture perfectly smooth products. Crystal Bohemia Company owns several dozens of thousands molds. Another dozens of thousands drawings featuring differently shaped products, sizes, and decors are stored in the archive of glassmaking designers. Crystal Bohemia Company manufactures lead crystal for everyday use as well as for festive occasions. There are literally thousands of different products with various designs. In addition to traditional products such as vases, bowls, candelabras, and other decorative items, the company manufactures accessories for kitchens or bathrooms, chandelier parts, as well as complex architectural elements. Thanks to its combination of traditional glass blowing and modern production processes, the company is in a position to meet almost any wish a customer may have. Our company offers full-scale services from graphic design to computer simulation and its adjustments, everything at a very short notice. These stages may include modern 3D print to give the customer a better image of the final product. In their computer applications, our specialized designers simulate the future shape in all its variants and from all angles. Their work has to be very accurate down to tenths of millimeters, since any mistake would be visible on the crystal product. These background materials are then used to build molds. Loda Alfoam Company in nearby Kolín ranks among the most modern manufacturers of such molds. Each machine will manage to produce any shape with a precision of a hundredth of a millimeter, transferring it into a cast iron or steel mold. To be precise, each mold is a negative image of the product's future shape. But back to the Poděbrady glassworks. It may seem that after going through the annealing layer and checks, the product is ready to go to its customer. But that is far from the truth. The caps from the hand-blown glass products then have to be removed. Crystal Bohemia Company prides itself on its ability to produce, for each customer, either just one original piece or hundreds of thousands of items according to a single model. The most important qualities of lead glass, brilliance and high refractive index, are best shown off in the cut and in each individual decor. Draftswomen outline the basic network of the pattern in a color not washable by water. Glass cutting itself is performed on a diamond disc under a water jet. Then each glass jewel passes from one cutter to another. Work on the decor is divided into several stages according to the depth, width, and eventually type of cut. As a result, one product passes from hand to hand of many cutters. Glass cutting must be efficient, fast, and accurate, requiring each cutter's dexterity as well as artistic feeling. Cut may be matte or clear. In a combination of the two types, which makes the product yet more attractive, it has to be immersed in an acid bath, where all the edges and decor surfaces become transparent. The spots where matte cuts are required have to be ground again manually. Final luster is achieved by chemical polishing in the polishing shop. Some products are then matted, sandblasted or gilded. Patterns are also adjusted according to the target countries. Some decors have been used for more than a century. finally, there are hundreds and thousands of products awaiting packing and dispatch to the customer. The company's trademark, registered in more than 80 countries, confirms that each product is an original. Lead crystal from Poděbrady lives again. Its fame has been revived. At present, Crystal Bohemia Company, with its 350 employees, ranks among the biggest manufacturers of lead crystal in the Czech Republic, also figuring among the world leaders in the sector. After all, 95% of its production volume goes to the markets in as many as 80 countries in the world, in all continents. Tradition lives on.